Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got. Oh, climbing up to the top of the world, no fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours. Whoa.
Bird talk. I missed the sunrise this morning, but it's right there still. That's because it's freaking cold this morning, man. It's I think when I first got up it was like 17. I don't know what that is. What is that? 62? 60? Something like that. It's like 19 now, so it's closer to like 66. But that's about it. That's about where I want it to be. That's all. Don't get too much colder. It makes it uncomfortable. I've managed to try and pretty much chase the sun my whole life. I was born in New York, but you know, that's freaking cold. And grew up mostly, I think, as a small child in Florida, but always went to the winter, you know, visit grandma and all that. And then living in California, going through school and college and all that. The snow was just, you know, 2 hours away or whatever, so plenty of snow in my life. But I realized that I liked warm better. I like the heat better than the snow. So I chose to seek out the sun. I wound up, after visiting umpteen islands or whatever, I wound up living on one for almost 17 years. And then, yeah. And now I live in the same region. Only now I'm kind of landlocked in the country of Thailand. Although I do have water. But, you know, hey man, the world's changing obviously because it's freaking cold today. It's cold. What am I gonna do? I forgot why I come out here. I think I gotta work on my. Well, I gotta work on my walls, man. I gotta build that doorway right there. That's what I should do. I should probably just try and finish the doorway today. I have that old PVC door frame that I never used. It's kind of cracked and broken and stuff, but I think I can put it up in place and, you know, maybe coat it with something or put it together somehow so that it's a perfectly working door frame. Then I just got to get a door. Can't really blow smoke, but it is cold. Yesterday, man, I was coughing and I was wheezing. I don't like wheezing. I got an inhaler, but you know, when the cold gets into my lungs in the night air, if I stay out at night and start breathing deep the gathering gloom and watching lights fade from every room, it's difficult to sleep because I'll start coughing. So I get up, take a couple hits, and you know, try to relax my lungs. I don't mind coughing, but if I have to cough hard, oh my God. And I know it's because I'm old, right? When you're young, your flesh and everything is strong and it's got that tactile strength and everything. It bounces back and stuff. But when you're old, you know, your skin sags and everything, and it not only sags like in your arms or whatever, it sags on the inside. And so when you cough really hard, it kind of rips out that esophageal airway. So you get a real painful yank on your throat, man. And that shit hurts. Oh. And then it stays hurt. You know, you gotta recover from that. It's not just a sore throat. It's a punching of the flesh. I'm trying to self-diagnose there. But yeah, I like the cool weather right here. Just got the picked up. If you watched the previous video, where we went to the motorcycle auction in our neighboring province, and bought a bike, and then we dropped it off at my nephew's place because he's a motorcycle guy, and he fixed it up for us. I told him make it all new again or whatever. I mean, it's only 2022, so it's in pretty good shape, but we're it's in pretty good shape because it's 2022, 125, but I knew, you know, you're gonna know, I'm gonna know, that, you know, it needed help because I could see it had the racing rims on it, and just, you know, all the metal, all the baskets and cages, all that stuff had been removed. So I could probably tell that, you know, in my experience, that bike had been probably raced. Wah! Like, you know, up and down the street all the time, this and that. Even though I had 15K on it, it was wah! But, so they fixed it all and brought it back. So, gonna take it for a ride today or something. And my breakfast arrives. Oh, thank you, honey. Yeah. Breakfast in America. Thailand. A little scrambled eggs, some toast and bacon, and of course, some leche. Nice glass of milk. And I drink milk every day, and I probably have, I can probably safely say that I have drank milk every day of my life for as long as I can remember. It's not always homogenized or pasteurized. Maybe it's UHT milk or VHT milk or just plain titty milk. No. But milk's good for you, bro. It's good for me anyway. Good for my bones. So is bacon. I love this bacon, though. I think it's hard to find good bacon in Thailand, but I seem to have found it because this shit is good. The one thing I noticed about Thailand eggs is that eggs are like a lot yellower, a lot more yellow than American-made eggs, because, you know, America makes their own chickens. With chemicals. When they say what came first, the chicken or the egg, that's from America, man. America created the chicken in a lab. And now we eat them. But yeah, a little breakfast by the pond in your retired life. Breakfast by the pond. That's what I need to do. I need, I need to get the covering for that so I can, set out some places to sit and stuff, so I can go over there and sit in a more comfortable atmosphere. Actually, this is comfortable right here. Alrighty, coffee has arrived. Coffee has arrived in my Uncle Craig coffee cup. Oh my gosh. Gonna make me a little bacon egg sandwich there. They should sell these on the Tide roadside. A little bacon egg toast sandwich in the morning out there. What? Thought I heard something. I think my cat's coming. I just need some juice. Should I yell at her? Give me some apple juice. Juice, milk, coffee, eggs and toast with bacon. If I ordered all this in a restaurant here, like in the city by the hotel or whatever, probably less than $5, maybe $4. In America, $24. So yeah, no. But yeah, it's chilly, man. Cold out here. It was always my ears that got cold first. In the winter, my little ears. I don't mind getting, putting my hoodie on and getting a little bit warm when it's cold out, but if it gets too cold, it's just uncomfortable, man. And too cold for me is not much colder than it is right now. We could drive up to a nearby mountain, Chongyan, and if it's 19 right now, here, up there, 66, I don't know what it would be, but it's probably going to be a hell of a lot colder, because when it's like, if it's like 40 here, 42 or something, it's still like 25 up there. So if that's any indication, if it's 19 now, then over there it might even be 10. Well, no. But the good thing is you can drive up there, get out of the car. Oh yeah, it's freezing. Get back in the car and come back down. Because one thing if you're from Thailand, is that the majority of all the cars here, they don't have heaters in the cars here. It's Asia, so who needs a heater? You just got the air conditioner. Although it's funny because the air conditioner thing sometimes it'll say hot. Right? It'll have red and blue, but it doesn't go to hot. So I guess you could add that. Anyway, yeah, the bike, man. My wife says it's a Shark version, but I think I'm not. I tried to look for the Honda Wave Shark, version or whatever, and I couldn't find that, but I did find the Whale. The word whale came, Honda Wave 125 whale, in brackets. I saw that a lot of different places, and it might be the Whale, because actually this one has got the black and white face, almost like an orca, which is a whale. but I don't know. There might be a shark out there. But I think I'm going to take the bike for a drive today after it heats up, because if it's cold now, I get out on the bike, wind chill will freeze my hands. I don't have motorcycle gloves. But two things I do need. One, I got to get a helmet. Maybe I can do that today. And I got to get a motorcycle license because I don't have one. Meh. Anyway, man, let me finish my breakfast. I'll get back at ya. Yeah, well, that was delicious. Oh my God. And you know, I think there's something about eating breakfast specifically outside that just makes it better. So try that and let me know. I love cracking jokes about America now that I don't live there anymore. And you know, the cold weather, it keeps the mosquitoes down. I mean, we don't really get mosquito problems out here on the farm. We're lucky in that regard. But I don't know, it's whether it's all the kind of plants that we planted, or you know, did we unwittingly create mitigation of pests with the plants that we plant. I don't know. There's some truth to that, but we didn't willfully do any of that. I know that these plants, these trees right here, who appear to be almost like a bush now. They were these cool little trees, but then the branches start to like fall down because they get too heavy or whatever. And I wanted to get up underneath there and kind of string them together, make it more, you know, more pointed. But anyway, yeah, I'm happy that you know, we don't have, oh, there's my, I was looking for this, that we don't have a mosquito problem at all. I've been missing my food. Oh, and here's my snake grabber. When's the last time I was over here? I got a solar cell sitting there. I should be able to do something with that. This is that battery. This is that solar light that got melted. It's still got, look, it's still charging. It's got that red light beeping there, but it won't turn on because whatever, it was flooded. But yeah, the cooler, the little bit cooler is great for camping, you know. So I'm gonna have to do a little camp session in my own yard, but I don't like waking up in the middle of the night freezing. And they don't, I suppose I probably could find a down bag here, sleeping bag, you know, to keep warm, but most sleeping bags here are like just large baggies, you know. They're not designed to keep you warm. It's just something to slip into when you're sleeping, I guess. But yeah, so I'd like it, you know, camping in the perfect temperature, right? Be like, oh, it's just not even hot and it's not even cold, and you can just sleep through the night. Of course, as I've mentioned many times before with respect to camping here, anyway, that old symphony of nightlife, birds and frogs and everything else that put that in there, that would come about, might keep you awake, you might not even be able to sleep. There's the beast. I think we're going to drive over to the seat shop today. I'm gonna change that seat cover, man. It's nice. It looks like it's leather, but I just don't like the color. So, man, what did I just do with my coffee? Yeah. So anyway, what are you doing today? This tree is funny. This is the same. This is the same tree that I just showed over there. But the way it was growing in the shape of like a Christmas tree, right? All the way down the bottom. And so I ordered these solar, basically like Christmas lights to put on that tree. I figured, you know what? I'll trim the tree up a little bit, you know, on the sides to get the A-frame part or whatever for Christmas tree. And put the lights on and stuff. And so I got the lights. And then I let them charge up, and I came out here yesterday, so I was going to put the lights on, and then I noticed that the bottom of the damn tree, that all the branches are gone, and so it doesn't have that. And I'm like, honey, did you trim that tree? And she goes, yeah, I just did that today. I go, damn man, I was gonna put lights on that thing. She's oops. So, but I put the lights on it anyway. And it still looks pretty cool. These are good lights. They have the good, good solid post for the LED, and the LED is a good hard casing. The line actually also is fairly robust. It's not just the cheap little lines like the fairy lights I have over there. And it's got that one solar panel that works good. Looks pretty cool. Do you hear the birds? Fish will jump when I go over here. Yeah. That one, those lilies there, man, that thing's huge. It's about the biggest one I've seen. They must be feeling pretty healthy. I think the pond is, a healthy pond. It doesn't have any significant algae or anything like that. It's got a good color. Fish are thriving. The lilies are definitely thriving. And I'm thriving. So yeah, we gotta take advantage of good weather. What are we doing? Olives. More Thai olives for some thumb. My wife was standing on this little pier that I made a while back, and she's trying to get the sadao from out there, and she leaned on this. This is the old post for this. I left it in place, but I kind of wired it to the one I put in the mud, and it pulled away from my nail, and so it collapsed like that, and she almost so I had to come back and redo it, put some serious lag bolts in there. make sure it came through. That's what I did over here. Put like, didn't come out this way too. I better grind that off there. That's a sharp one. Yeah. So yeah, finish the wall, build that wall. I should be able to do that. And then afterwards I'll work on trying to put a form together somehow. What should I do? Should I build the wall or go for the motorcycle ride? Do I have gas in that bike? Well, that's right. I think I put my lawnmower, or not my lawnmower, I think I put my bush cutter gas in there. Anyway. And now the end of the day. Oh, it pretty much took me all day working on this cement, the door area, but so there you go. Oh man, I did make a little bit of headway there. Let's see if I can see it better on this side. Just, you know, I just got that doorway started. That top brick's just sitting there actually. And then this side over here, this was a nightmare because that wall is actually, it's got the render on it, and then looking at it I can see that it was rendered pretty thick. So, and you know, I had to break it out. The other side is uneven, so I kind of filled it in. But anyway, it's not straight. I mean, well, it's not straight, but it's gonna be straight because when I put the render on it, I'll have to put the render on a little thick to even out that straightness, or even out the, you know, unevenness. I try to make it flush on this side a little bit with the render, with the old render, but you can see the wall sticks out more than it does here. And it actually has a curve right there. You see that dip right there? Well, I'm gonna have to straighten that dip up with render, because I tried to, I took these bricks off, put them back on like 3 times. I was this close to just knocking that wall out, which is, I probably should have done it here. I'm trying to save myself from work and keep that wall, because it was, you know, straight for the most part. But anyway, I'm confident now that the way it's sitting, once it's finished and I render it up, it'll be fine. You know, the important part is that this is straight and true here, so that, you know, that the door frame is as straight as can be. But you know, hey man, more. And then, you know, it looks like, you think, you know, when I look at that and I think, oh, you got, you know, what do you got there? You got a few 5-8 bricks like that. You get done lickety split, you know. It doesn't work that way, man. You know, at first I had a cut, right? Each one of these is a cut, and I measured it. I wanted to get a clean cut, so instead of just hammering it with the hammer, you know how you break a brick in half with a hammer, I could have done that way, but I just made a clean cut. So I had to cut all these bricks, cut all those bricks, make sure that happened, and then I put metal bar in here to make sure it got real good and good hold. I also drilled these holes, pre-drilled the holes in the steel for when I have to put the other ones up there. And this bar actually goes into here much deeper to anchor here. Then I also drilled down into this one down to about a good 10 inches, maybe even 12 inches, come up in here. You can see this one's sticking out a little bit. That's about where it is. So, you know, to anchor these to this wall real good, and also in here. And so all that stuff, you know, it takes time, man. Time. And it's ass kicking time. So, well, I got it done. We got that part of it done. I keep forgetting. I want to get that. I need to weld. You know, I have those two that I welded up there, right? I did one over here. The other one's just sitting up there. I want to weld the other one up there in place like this so that I can release these. I think that's going to be enough to go ahead and release the tension lines that I put on there to kind of keep it in place. I've decided I'm going to use angle iron on the top, and I'm hoping that all the points of the A-frame line up. I haven't looked at it, but you know, I run an angle iron upside down, angle iron over the top, and I'll find out soon enough. I think it is. Ouch. So I ain't gonna worry about it too much. Oh man. I didn't eat lunch. It's already after 5 o'clock. I ate breakfast, as you know. I think that's in this video. And that was it. And then I got to working. Oh, that's right. I told that story over there. I don't know if I'll include that in there in this video, but if I do, you know, don't mind my storytelling. It's just early morning kind of laissez-faire. Yeah, man. Getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's the beam work. It's gonna kill me. So, I mean, unless I decide to do something else, the truth of the matter is that there's going to be a lot of beam work. I got to put beam all the way across here, and then another one here, and another one here. If I want to lock in those walls in to the top of the brick in that manner. I could just brick this up to in between here, you know, and then bolt through these things, and that would hold the wall. Maybe I should do that. That would secure the wall just as well as the beam. Although that's 4-inch and the bricks are 3-inch, so I'd have a, you know, you can see already right there, right? I'd have a gap. It'd probably be about like my hand, so there'd be a gap on this side and a gap on that side when I put the brick through there. And this one, I would have to just break it straight up to this and then bolt it through the brick to this. Yeah, that's actually might be viable. What I've actually done, you can see this here. You see all the wet spots. These are all filled in, right? I tried to make solid bricks with the hollow core because you know, I could just leave it hollow like that, but one of the things I never liked about concrete homes or whatever, it's actually the same for drywall houses, but one of the things I didn't like here was that I would want to hang something on the wall, you know, or put a metal shelf bracket on the wall or something like that. and as soon as you drill in, it goes poof, and it goes right through that cheap brick wall, and it's like, is it really gonna hold? So I thought what I want to do is, you know, just fill them in, you know, wherever possible, which actually I think I filled in all these too as well. You can see it's already filled in there. Just fill them in, and that way, you know, later if I have to drill into it, I'll be drilling into something, you know, worthy of the drill. But yeah, now I'm starting to rethink anything to get out of mixing more cement, right? I could bring that wall up and bolt it to that. Hell, I could use cement board, I suppose. I could make a, you know, maybe use double cement board with something in the middle. This is about it looks like about a 4, and that's definitely well, it's 11 and a half, almost 12. So I don't know, not a big fan of just fake walls though, like, you know, if I just made it out of cement board. Anyway, I guess I'll have to have a think about that one. But I do I am entertaining, now that I think about it, I am entertaining the wall coming up and getting trapped between these two beams up here and running a bolt through it. Chances are, what's that? That's going to be like 1. No, that's like 1 and 2, and then 3, and then 4. Yeah, it's going to be probably right at the top of this or something. I'll measure later, but you know, if it's higher than the top, that's better, because then what I would do is I'd make sure that the top brick was hollow so that I could fill it in real good and solid, and then put the bolt through there. Yeah. I think I actually have to do it on this side. I haven't put a cross beam here yet, from here to there. I haven't done that yet, but I believe I have to, for the door frame, or the framing on the front area here. Although maybe, you know, I'm probably gonna have the window guy, you know, the glass and door window aluminum guy come and do that part, or at least look at it and show me what he thinks the design should be, if I want that to be all glass or poly or something. Anyway, blah blah blah. Let me know what you think, man. I'm a thinker. And now I'm gonna have to go into town, because I think I need to eat in town tonight. And you know, I'm not like a Starbucks guy, you know, I'm not a Starbucks addict or whatever. But if I go down into Bangkok, I'm probably gonna hit a Starbucks, mostly for nostalgia. You know, but I've been to some Starbucks where the coffee tastes like shite. So, you know, I like the train station Black Canyon coffee or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, my wife shared with me today that at our local Robinson's Lifestyle, you know, mall, that there is now a Starbucks inside there.
And that's just, you know, the small village gets a Starbucks. Crazy. But I was looking at the pictures on Facebook, and it didn't look like a Starbucks. I mean, it had all the Starbucks stuff, but I didn't see the sign hanging outside and all that stuff. They had a logo and this and that, but you know, I remember when I was living on Saipan, 2 separate times I tried to get a Starbucks franchise. I did the inquiry, filled out all the papers and all that stuff, because I knew, I mean, we were a tourist destination, and frankly, if there was a Starbucks there, it would have been packed every day. I know it would have been, period. Don't argue. But Starbucks didn't think so. And the second time they turned me down, you know, I filled in all the paperwork and just had the pricing right and all that stuff, and met all their rules they kept sending me, and then they said no, like twice. The second time I go, come on, dude, just be honest. What the hell? And he goes, Craig, it's just, it's not our demographic over there. You know, you're too far away from everything. You know, you have to buy all our stuff. Like, the relationship has to be closer, and this and that. And I'm all, too far away. You guys have Starbucks in it, like every country. And he's like, yeah, but we don't have them on every island. Nah. He goes, well, what you can do, what you've been approved for, is you can buy Starbucks stuff. And what he basically said was that if I have a coffee shop, if I opened a coffee shop, I could have permission to sell Starbucks coffee and mugs and shit like that, but not branded as Starbucks location. And I was like, okay, so I'm like a Starbucks, but not a Starbucks, right? He's like, yeah. And so I don't know, I started looking at that. I was going, well, you know, you don't. And I go, oh, that's right, because I asked him, I go, well, can I use so I can put like a, you know, a Starbucks sticker or whatever on my window and stuff like that? And he go, oh yeah. And so I was like, But anyway, I didn't do it. But when I saw this, when my wife showed me this Starbucks thing on the Facebook and stuff, it kind of looked like that. So I'm anxious. I want to go see it, to see if it actually is or isn't. Because yeah, you can actually get permission like at a lower level. Maybe it's location specific or something. That gives you, you know, permission to buy all their stuff in bulk or wholesale or whatever. Anyway. Alright, man, well, hey. The sun's going down. Well, thanks for watching. And keep watching. And I get back at you with more cement work here on the Thai farm.